Please stand if we receive our graduates. Good morning and welcome to the graduation ceremony of the NOPD Class 205. On stage with me today is Superintendent of Police Patrick, Mayor Latoya Cantrell, Assistant Superintendent of Police
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early lights what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave, the brave.
Please be seated. It is my honor to introduce a leader who has brought both strength and stability to the New Orleans Police Department, a leader whose presence is felt in every district, every rank, and every reform that's moving us forward. Chief Ann Kirkpatrick was brought to New Orleans with a purpose: to restore trust, to raise the standard, and to rebuild a department rooted in integrity, accountability, and heart. With decades of national experience, she stepped into a city with high expectations. She listened, she led, and she reminded us of what strong, principled leadership looks like in motion. Since taking her seat as chief of police, she has prioritized reducing crime, reform, recruitment, and community connection. She's a champion of people. And under her leadership, this department has grown stronger, smarter, and more united. She leads with clarity, she speaks with conviction, and she walks with a presence that lets you know she means business. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium Chief of Police Ann Kirkpatrick.
Reese, thank you for your kind words, and I want to begin by saying this is going to be a very special graduation celebration because there is, I want to start by thanking you, Sergeant. What a gift. And thank you for sharing it and starting us off right to honor our country, to honor our state, to honor our city, and to honor particularly our police department. If I may, I also want to thank, I see that we have one of our council members who's here, and Councilmember Green, thank you for being here. If there are other electeds present, please stand so we can acknowledge you. But Councilmember Green, for you, we want to thank you. Thank you, Councilmember Green. In addition to that, y'all, this is a time in which we will be having a transition of leadership and government in the city of New Orleans. And with that, we have some very special people as well who are here. Not only our mayor, which I'm going to speak to in a minute, but we have the public safety team, the mayor's public safety team. I see Commissioner Stephen is here, if you don't mind standing. And then I saw Director Chief John Thomas. Where are you? If you don't mind standing, if you're around. I know our chief of police our chief of fire is here. Oh, yay, there's our chief of fire. But I just wanted to thank you all as well. You have been a part of the whole public safety team. And we may have others like EMS or so forth, but what I wanted to get to is the fact that we are a team. And so now I want to thank our pastor, Pastor Everett. Thank you for giving us your church and for hosting us. We thank that, and we're going to look forward to hearing from you in a minute. I also now want to acknowledge, not only before we begin to celebrate our graduates today, but there was a whole infrastructure behind you that got you to where you are. And so if I could have the recruiting team and the police academy staff, if you would stand up to be acknowledged and recognized. Okay. Thank you for being here. Thank you. For the family and friends, to just get hired, I think you've all been on this journey to graduation, 25 weeks of training. We're going to give you a whole about 30 hours off before you go right into the streets. You're going to be reporting on Sunday. And so I want to thank our family and friends who are here. It's been a journey for you as well. And we want to thank you and honor you. And we will be with you throughout this whole future, and it's a very bright one. Now I want to turn to our Academy graduates today. This is a special day. Every single one of the sworn staff here, and all the white shirts, all the blue shirts, everybody up here on stage who have gone through and become a police officer. This is a day that every single one of us remember. I remember the day I graduated. My grandparents were there. I was 23 years old. That was a long time ago, y'all. And so this will burn in your memory. Also, you are bonded with each other. Even before we started, one of our state lieutenants from state police, who's here to acknowledge the graduation of her own nephew, was saying how, I was in the academy class with Chief Williams. And so you will always, always be bonded. And that is what makes things so special. But most importantly, you are New Orleans police. Now, New Orleans police is special. And I have had the privilege, and I want to thank my mayor today personally, that she gave me the honor of a lifetime. And Mayor, thank you for giving me the privilege of being named the New Orleans Police Superintendent. And I don't take it lightly. This is the premier police department of this country. And so when you were selected, the 20 of you who are here today, you have competed against thousands to be here. And that, yes, we are wanting to grow our department and get it back to where we were just in numbers. But we made a commitment that only the best of the best would be added to this agency because they are the best of the best. And I wasn't going to let just anyone wear the badge of New Orleans Police to have the honor of wearing that patch. Like I said, it's the honor of my life, and I'm not going to let it be tainted. I'm not going to let any standard be reduced. You're going to be on the best of the best team. So congratulations to you today. You have successfully completed 25 weeks of training, and in a minute we are going to be having your badges pinned by your loved ones. But one last closing remark. A special shout out to two of our New Orleans police officers, our sergeant and lieutenant, Sergeant Summers and Lieutenant Williams. Today, Sergeant Summers' third child, her third adult child, is graduating to be a New Orleans police officer. And Lieutenant Williams' daughter is in this class and will be graduating. Y'all, that's a statement of a legacy. And how important that so many of y'all still today have loved ones who want to follow after their mother or their father, their sister or their brother. That's a very special thing. And so we are so glad that this is a special day. Now, it is my privilege to turn the podium over to the leader of leaders of this wonderful city, and that is our mayor, the Honorable LaToya Cantrell. Our mayor, Reese is going to actually do a formal introduction, but I just wanted to say, we have had a champion of law enforcement of NOPD, unlike any champion I have ever had the opportunity to observe and to be a part of. Our mayor has loved her police department. She loves her fire department too, Chief, but she has really been so supportive of each and every one of you. And so I consider her an honorary police officer in my book. But with that, Reese, I want you to come forward and formally introduce our wonderful mayor, the Mayor LaToya Cantrell. Reese.
This moment is historic, not just because a new class is joining the ranks, but because it marks the final time Mayor LaToya Cantrell will address NOPD graduating recruits as mayor as the city of New Orleans. Under her leadership, NOPD has launched and graduated 24 recruit classes, rebuilding and reimagining what this department could be. Elected in 2018 as the first African-American woman to lead this city in its 300-year history, Mayor Cantrell has guided us through some of our most defining moments. From COVID to hurricanes, the toughest days of reform, and the terrorist attack that shook the very core of this nation. She didn't flinch, she led. She pushed for better pay, better technology, and a greater respect. And under her leadership, NOPD has ascended. It was also Mayor Cantrell who brought in Chief Kirkpatrick, a nationally recognized reformer, to lead us forward. Another bold step in a legacy full of them. This isn't just a farewell, it is a heartfelt thank you from the NOPD, from every rank, every officer who proudly puts on this uniform and shows up to do the work every day. Mayor Cantrell, your legacy lives in every graduate here today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce for the last time our mayor, the Honorable LaToya Cantrell.
Thank you, Reese.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Reese. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Pastor Everett, thank you for hosting us here at the Rock of Ages. We appreciate your support and your consistency, really. You know, it's a good feeling to be able to start something and finish, just like Class 205. But it means something. It really does, and I am so grateful. I'm grateful for this new generation of officers, and I'm just filled with immense pride of how far we have been able to come, but being very intentional about how we would grow our force. But most importantly, being intentional about how we would demonstrate to the men and women of the New Orleans Police Department that they matter, that the sacrifices that they make are not easy. The families that serve right along with them, with the support and the extension of grace, it all matters. So as the mayor of the city of New Orleans, and with this being my last NOPD class graduating, I am immensely just grateful. As I was reflecting over this last night and even this morning, about what I would share with you all, as Reese mentioned and even the chief mentioned, so much has gone into investing in our department, because without a doubt, I know what you mean, not only to this city, to your families, to our visitors, but to the department. You've answered the call to serve, and that takes a real understanding of who you are. It really does. And you didn't come this far without faith and without understanding that service is selfless. And in addition to that, you're providing the hope that we need for the future. And the foundation that you are standing on now is truly solid, without a doubt. And coming in and leading this department in terms of being the mayor, I said that we were going to make sure that our investments were going to be real, that we were going to pick up cans, whether it was kicked down or whatever reason, but making sure that we would get the job done. And that's exactly what our police department has done. I said that we will deal with the consent decree every step, and making sure that every man and woman in terms of the police department offering the changes that needed to be made so that we really could stand tall as being second to none in policing in the United States of America. We've gotten there, and it's because of the hard work, again, of our department collectively. But you are the hope. You are a testament to all of that work was worth it, because we're continuing to grow. We're continuing to attract leaders who want to serve, and that's you. I thought about also this morning, you have been equipped with the best training ever. Training staff, thank you so much. You know what you pour into our officers. And we do it because, of course, we want to remain the best, but we want to be a reflection of real grace and peace when your boots are on the ground. And in doing so, we know that you've been offered the real tools to be the best that you can be. And reflecting on this morning, even I'm talking about this behind that shirt, that armor you have on to protect yourself, I want you to wear it. It matters. Don't feel like Superman out here. You need it. It's there. I'm saying that because I remember prior to 2020, there was a shootout on Orleans. One of our officers thought he was hit. He was hit. But it was that armor that protected him. But listening to those tapes, and when he thought that he was truly hit and possibly dying, he cried out for his wife. He cried out for his mother. That meant something to me. That's service in action, and that is a true sacrifice. Wear the equipment, use the equipment that has been brought to you to do so, to protect you. It matters. Your protection first, very important. I think about also Trevor Abney and Duncan Brooke in the French Quarter, saving lives of people. Abner got hit. 2 years later, he passed away. Sacrifice ultimate. So make peace with your Maker, however, and whatever that means to you, because the job is real, but it's a profession. And I also want you to understand that as you serve and when you show up, in some cases, you're like the face of the Lord showing up. And I want you to ensure that when you do, that you impart that level of knowledge that you have, that professionalism that you carry, that grace that you walk on, so that people understand that you're helping them no matter who they are and no matter who they love. Family, continue to support your officers. I know that you've done so much even during this period of time, but really it's what comes next. The grace that you will continue to give them, the support that you continue to give them, it matters. And as I said, when one officer is on the front line, the entire family is right there with them, no doubt about it. And even as they walk through, we understand also that life happens. So the crisis intervention training that you were offered to help others, the ethical policing is courageous, important there as well. Pay attention to your brothers and sisters in the law enforcement profession. Make sure that you check on them, and don't be afraid of doing that. We've also experienced how mental health issues come into play. We want you to be well and we want your families to be well as well. So as the mayor of the city of New Orleans, again, I say thank you for answering this call, but you're providing the level of hope I believe that's needed in the midst of a transition, especially because the best truly is yet to come, because our police department, again, is second to none. So God bless you. God bless your families. And of course, God bless the city of New Orleans. Thank you so much.
The next voice you'll hear is a man whose presence, purpose, and passion for people have left an indelible mark on this city. He's more than just the shepherd of the Rock of Ages Baptist Church. He's a bridge builder, a visionary, and a relentless servant of the people. His heart for New Orleans runs deep, from the pulpit to the pavement, showing up where it matters most. Under his leadership, Rock of Ages has become a cornerstone for faith, family, and fellowship. He's poured into youth, empowered our neighborhoods, and stood shoulder to shoulder with the New Orleans Police Department, reminding us all that prayer and partnership are powerful tools for peace. Recognized early as the youngest youth leader ever appointed by the Southern Baptist Convention, Pastor Everett's ministry has carried him around the world, from the United States to the Bahamas, Mexico, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, and Africa, spreading hope, healing, and unity. Each week, his words reach more than 67,000 listeners across radio streaming and social media, proof that his message moves hearts across the globe. And today, he opens the doors of this sacred house to host NOPD. We open our hearts in gratitude with all that he gives to the community. Please join me in celebrating a man of faith, a man of vision, and a true friend to this department and this city. Pastor Jonathan Everett.
Good morning, everybody. First, we'd like to thank God for our mayor. Let's give our mayor another hand clap of praise. I thought whenever you're listening to a speaker, you can hear what comes from the pages, and you can also hear what comes from the heart. And just now, we just heard the heart of our mayor. Let's give our police chief a big hand clap of praise. Thank you so very much for your leadership and your guidance, and to every tier of leadership in our New Orleans Police Department. I'm kind of tight-roping right now because I'm in the pulpit, right? And I don't know if this is going to be a sermon or a speech, but just brace yourself. It's going to be one of them. But I'm pinching myself to try to figure out what did I do so right to deserve the privilege that they could have called so many people around this country to speak to our graduates this morning. But thank you again for the opportunity. For a few minutes, I want to talk about more than what meets the eyes. I want to talk about the weight of the uniform. I want to talk about three words, and I don't want to dress this speech up to be so prolific or so fantastic or that'll reach our heart. I just want to break it down to three C's, and that is really character, courage, and community. At the end of the day, Soren Kierkegaard said that life is only understood backwards, but it must be lived forward. And she talks about how no matter what career, no matter what silo, no matter what age or stage you're in, you still have to have some form of character or love for the people who live on the outskirt of hope. She talks about the helplessness and the learned helplessness of people, that in order for you to be good at what you do, you have to realize that that badge that you're wearing today, it's not just a badge of power, but it's a badge of protection. Aristotle says something about character and something about dignity. He said, dignity does not consist in possessing honor, but in deserving them. He tried to break it down to us to help us to realize that dignity and respect goes a long way in our community. This morning, as I talk about character this morning, I want to talk about the uniform that is unseen. What you do when no one's watching will define what people believe when everyone is. Character is not what you wear, it's what wears well on you under pressure. It is Dr. Martin Luther King that says the time is always right to do right. Don't let the badge shine brighter than your integrity. It takes all of us to realize that no matter who you are, that you have to have character. We're seeing this around our country. We're seeing this in our city. We're seeing this in different positions. We're seeing this with people who have titles. We're seeing this with people who have position, that they have a lot of power but no character. That is one of the most essential. This is the substratum by which all of us do what we do. None of us in this place this morning will be able to excel at what we do if we don't have good character. That badge might just be a badge of honor, but it have to make sure it's a badge of respect. Not only I want to talk about character, and we can go hours talking about how it is necessary for the job you have. That when you wear that badge, it's not just something, a piece of metal, it's the public trust. And they're trusting that you'll do the right thing when nobody is watching, and they're trusting that you'll always keep in mind that they trust you in spite of all that's going on. The second thing I want to talk about, and I think every person in here needed, outside of the graduates, to get anything done in any form of profession or society, is courage. If I was in church, I would ask you to say courage, but I ain't going to do that to you this morning. Courage, right? It's no matter what gift you have, if you don't have guts to go out there and get it, or if you don't have guts to stand up in the most unusual, inconvenient time, none of this work. There is no thing that some people have this psychosis, this dichotomy that if I get a certain type of position or a title, that I myself become the hero of my family. But I just come just to stop by just for a few seconds to tell you, in order for you to excel at the thing that you believe God has called you to do, and that is to serve his people, you need some courage. Everybody throughout the Bible said that God told every one of them, you're going to need courage. He told them, he said, be strong and be courageous. The funny thing about courage is that you will never feel like you are courageous. It's a thing. It's an inward thing. It's a reservoir deep down on the inside of your soul that you have to be at even when you don't feel like it. You got to wake up in the morning and you got to clock in and you got to go and protect other people's kids when your kid is failing at school. You're going to have to go and protect other people's family when your family sometime is in danger. You're going to have to go the extra mile of the way to be there for people who's helpless, harmful, and don't have any hope in life. You're going to have courage to step out of there. There is nobody in here this morning, I'm starting to feel good. There is nobody in here this morning who have excelled, whether we graduated, whether we broke the walls, silos, whether we crash ceilings, that didn't have the courage to go get it. It's the smile on your face when you're bleeding on the inside. It's the standing up strong and squaring your shoulders when you really want to crumble in your mother's arms. But she's nowhere here. She's dead. It's courage. It's going to take courage. Not only is it going to take character, not only is it going to take courage, because courage isn't in the absence of fear. Courage is the decision to move forward in spite of fear. Nelson Mandela said, I've learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The last thing that I want to talk about, and this really hit home for me, is community. Not only are you going to need character, not only are you going to need courage, but you're going to need to know what community is. I'm privileged to pastor a church that's just received 3,800 members in the last 11 years. And a young man came up to me one day. He said, hey, man, how I feel to be pastoring all those people. I said, man, I was eating Vienna sausages last night. None of this means anything to me if I can't help my community. I was born on Eagle Street and grew up in the Fisher Housing Development. We played on the monkey balls and jumped from floor to floor. We played in the breezeways and played cool can on the sidewalk. We got up top and got the tennis balls off the top of the projects. I seen it. I seen the guns. I seen the drugs. I seen all of that. The thing that helped me the most is two people that was in our community, and I've never shared this story. Number one, the person who taught me how to dress wasn't my father. The person who taught me how to dress was the insurance man who kept coming in the project. Y'all remember that? And he'd have on a brown blazer and a red tie. His clothes never matched. but he always had on some kind of blazer or some kind of slacks. And I always used to play marbles, and I used to say, man, I want to dress like that guy right there. So every day of my life, I put on suits and things because I want to just be like the insurance man. The person who taught me about community was actually a police officer. It was community policing. It was when we was playing on the monkey balls, the police used to come out there and shoot the ball with us. It's when we hopped Mara Henderson Gate when the school was closed, the police would put us out, but then he'll say, let's go on Hindi court and let's play basketball together. It was the police officer that every time we played Cool Can, some way, somehow, I don't know how y'all do it in a uniform, he played Cool Can with us. It was the police officer that got into the double Dutch rope with the girls on the sidewalk. And I thought that day, I said, now, if they're not that busy, that they will pause their life and make sure young boys, because there was curfew at that time, all we seen was drug dealers going backwards and forth, and the person who cared for us the most was police officers. I figured they thought that if I can just help raise this boy versus locking up a broken man, life would be a little better. They thought in their minds, and I can call out several of them, they would come through the breezeway. What you doing here? What you doing here? Get over there. Move out of there. Because they understood that our environment was not the deterrent of the height of our success. Right now to this day, some of them gone, but not right now to this day when I see them, I just walk up to them and I say, man, thank you. That even if I hopped the gate, you didn't beat me and you didn't bring me to jail. And even when I was lost and couldn't find my way through the projects, you pulled me up and taught me what a man looked like. You sat in that car and you watched us go to the high-rise by the food truck and brought our food, and you walked us across the street and make sure nobody hit us. Character, courage, but don't you ever forget, it takes community for all this to happen. The badge is not just a medal, it's the public trust. That every day you wake up, you're not just carrying your problems on your shoulder. You got all of us looking at you and believing in you. My last request from God to every police officer this morning, I always pray this prayer every morning at 5 a.m. Lord, just please let all of them get home back to their family. Thank you all so very much. I appreciate it.
I'll ask our officials on stage to please stand for the pinning and the conferring of the diplomas. I invite family members who will be pinning our graduates to join them on stage as their name is called. Families, feel free to come up and take pictures if you like. Recruit Mohammed Alsgair. Pinning recruit Alsgair is his son, Mohammed Alsgair Jr.
Taken when you come up here, so we're going to stand between and say if I want to shake your hand. All right.
Okay. Recruit Jacob Barbay. Pinning recruit Barbay is Lieutenant Nicole Barbay. Lieutenant Barbay is Jacob's aunt.
We're going to stand in between here next to her. Here, sure. Okay, thank you. Do you want to say hi? Mayor, let's you and I scoot up a little closer for people. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry, Karen. Okay.
Okay. Recruit Michelle Buchanan. Pending recruit Buchanan is her friend Amy Gleason. Go ahead.
For family and friends who want to get a closer shot of the badge pinning, come on up if you want to when your loved one is called.
Recruit Richard Canton III. Pending recruit Canton is his brother Rhett Canton.
Loved ones here want to take pictures, so y'all get in front of us. We'll pose you for your family. Okay, right here. Get a little closer so they can watch you. Okay. There you go. There you go. Congratulations. Come over. Here with your mayor on the
Recruit Mario Enamorado. Pending recruit Enamorado is his father, Mario Enamorado Sr. Kimberly Evans. Pending recruit Evans is her mother, Sergeant Sean Summers. And also stepping on the stage is her brother, Sergeant Travis Nash, and Officer Jerome Shannon. Keith Gaddis Jr. Penny Recruit Gaddis is his sister to Shara Williams. Recruit Jeffrey Griffin Jr. Penny Recruit Griffin is his daughter, Carly Griffin. Recruit Chad Haydell. Penny Recruit Haydell is retired NOPD Lieutenant Carl Haydell. Lewis. Penny Recruit Lewis is his mother, Gianna. Recruit Shania Manson. Pending recruit Manson is her father, Don Wilson. Recruit Lisa Moore. Pending recruit Moore is her husband, Dr. Michael Moore. Recruit Hunter Neely. Pending recruit Neely is his girlfriend, Ella Terrio. Recruit Victor Paz. Pending recruit Paz is his fiancee, Lisa Acosta. Recruit Tommy Pham. Pending recruit Pham is his father, Tommy Wynn. Recruit Andre Phillips. Pending recruit Phillips is her mother, Kizzy Rudder. Donovan Richardson. Penny Recruit Richardson is his mother, Golda Richardson. Recruit Marcy Wallace. Pending Recruit Wallace is her husband, Juan Taylor. Recruit Jordan Williams. Penning Recruit Williams is her mother, NOPD, Lieutenant Regina Williams. Recruit Tracy Williams. Pending Officer Williams, pending Recruit Williams is Officer Tony Burrell. Give all of our graduates a round of applause. Now it's time to make it official. Please welcome Superintendent Kirkpatrick back to the podium.
Well, this is the most important part of our whole ceremony at this time, so I'm going to ask all of our graduates to please raise your right hand with me, and you will repeat after me. I, and state your name. I, state your name. Okay? Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution and laws of the United States, the Constitution and the laws of this state, and the charter and ordinances of this city, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all the duties incumbent upon me as a police officer. So help me God. Congratulations, you're official. You may be seated. You may be seated, everyone. We have a few little special awards to make. Director Harper.
Thank you. Each graduation, one recruit has the opportunity to represent their class and talk a little bit about their experiences at the training academy and their future ahead. Please welcome to the podium Officer Marcy Wallace.
Good morning, everyone. Bear with me for a second. Got to pull it up. All right. First, I want to start by saying good morning to Mayor LaToya Cantrell, Chief Ann Kirkpatrick, our command staff, all of our distinguished guests, family members, and my fellow officers. Okay, as I stand before you today, in this moment, in this uniform, surrounded by my brothers and sisters in blue, I feel an overwhelming sense of pride, not in just what we have accomplished, but in what we're about to begin. When we walked into the academy, April 21st, 2025, we were all strangers, men and women with different stories from different walks of life. But today, we stand together as one family and the newest addition to the unwavering New Orleans Police Department. Over the past 6 months, we've been challenged in ways that many will never understand. Together, we've been tested physically, mentally, and emotionally, but we endured. From every front lean and rest, and through every down, up, we did that. In the beginning, initially, we really couldn't understand why, but we knew we had to trust the process, a process that shaped every officer that had came before us. Through the process, we learned to depend on not only ourselves, but in our shared purpose. We learned the laws that govern this city, the policies that protect it, and the tactics that could one day save your life. When we were pushed beyond our comfort, and through that pressure, something powerful happened. We found our purpose. We found purpose in knowing that policing is not about power, it's about service. It's not about authority, it's about accountability. It's about the courage to step forward when others step back. It's about being the calm in chaos, the hope in hardship, and the strength that our city can rely on. We understand that wearing this uniform is not a shield from criticism, nor should it be. It's a symbol of responsibility. It represents the promise that every decision we make, every word we speak, and every action we take reflects not just on us as individuals, but on the department and the communities we serve. New Orleans is like any other city in the world. is a place of rhythm and resilience, a city that sings through its struggles, it dances through its recovery, a city that truly never sleeps. From the French Quarter to Gentilly, from uptown to New Orleans East, the heart of this city is its people. We're proud people, we're passionate people, and together we're a city full of spirit. Class 205. The road ahead will not always be easy. We're going to have long nights, they're going to be tough nights, tough decisions, and moments that will test our strength. But in those moments, we will remember why we took this oath. We will continuously reflect on the many lessons we learned over the past 6 months. Lessons on the value of teamwork, the importance of respect, and the meaning of courage. To our families and loved ones, give yourself a round of applause. We want to say thank you. Thank you because you sacrificed so much time, you sacrificed sleep, a peace of mind so that we can pursue this calling. You've encouraged us when we were exhausted, believed in us when we doubted ourselves, and stood beside us every step of the way. You are as much a part of this uniform as we are. To our instructors, I know you know. And our command staff, thank you so much for your leadership, for your support, for your consistency. Thank you for your guidance and for believing in us in moments where we didn't believe in ourselves. You guys were able to see our potential when we couldn't see it. You didn't just teach us how to enforce the law, you taught us how to uphold it, even in spirit. You reminded us that empathy and courage can coexist, and that true strength comes from compassion. And to my fellow graduates, y'all just take a second and look at each other, literally look to your left and to your right just for a second. We've been through so much together, and it's kind of hard to see each other as the strangers that we encountered on April 21st. I'm losing track. Bear with me. I just want to say that this is the real beginning of the journey. From this day forward, we will carry with us a trust that the city can depend on. From every call we answer, every person we meet, every decision we make, it will all matter. We are the face of hope in times of fear, the line between order and chaos, and the light that refuses to fade when the city grows dark. New Orleans has weathered many storms, both literally and figurative, and each time it has come back stronger. Today we join that legacy of resilience. We're not just officers, we're guardians of the city's heartbeat. On behalf of Class 205, as we step onto the streets of New Orleans, we want to make a solemn pledge to the city. We promise to wear this badge with honor. We promise to serve you with integrity and humility. We promise to treat every person with respect, no matter their background or circumstances. We promise to protect without prejudice and to stand firm against injustice, even when it's difficult to do so. We promise to listen, to truly listen, because trust is not given, it's earned. New Orleans, I think it's safe to say that NOPD Class 205 are indeed ready. We are ready to protect, ready to serve, and ready to stand beside you with courage, with respect, and with much love for our great city. Thank you, and God bless the city of New Orleans.
Today is about honoring our newest officers and their challenging journey. We are about to show you a video that captures their determination, resilience, and growth from the very start of their training to this proud moment today. Join us in celebrating their hard work and dedication. If you'll pay attention to the video.
Give us some command. Right? Don't play around right here, big man.
One of 3Ds turned into 35Ds, and that's the best thing possible to learn how to manage that.
I need you to stand up.
Okay. Well, help
On the count of 3, stand up. 1, 2, 3.
It's mentally tough. I would say mentally tough, but it's been good.
It's been hard. It's been a transition going from, Tucson to here. But the academy has been challenging, but yet very rewarding.
You trying to put me in handcuffs?
Before this, I didn't really know I could drive like that. I didn't know I could shoot like that, I didn't know I can do SSGT, like jiu-jitsu, I surprised myself with a lot of things, and the instructors were very helpful with that also.
They'll forever be in my heart. They'll forever be my family. I did this with them. I struggled with them, had good times with them. Definitely gonna miss them, but I'll always have them in my back pocket, for sure.
I'm excited. I'm ready. Sergeant Doty, I'm ready. Excited, ready to get out there to prove to Sergeant Doty that I am ready.
It's going to be awesome. I think everybody's going to do great out there, and just got to say good luck and let's get it.
Our recruits gave their all during their training, but a few of them performed above and beyond what was asked of them. We'll take a few moments and recognize their hard work. The Fraternal Order of Police Mac Bolden Award. The Mac Bolden Award is presented to the recruit who achieved the highest cumulative average during firearms training. It is being presented by the Fraternal Order of Police President, retired Sergeant Walter Powers. And this award goes to Officer Jacob Barbet. The Black Organization of Police has sponsored the Tactical Driving Award for over 20 years. The winner of this award is the recruit who earns the highest score in driving courses during training. The Tactical Driving Award is being presented today by Captain Kendrick Allen. And this award goes to Officer Richard Canton III. The Latoya N. Johnson Power Report Writing Award is presented to the recruit who achieved the highest average in report writing. It is presented today by Sergeant Summer Turner. And this award goes to Officer Richard Catton III. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. That's Lieutenant Summer Turner, my apologies. The Police Association of New Orleans Physical Fitness Award is presented to the recruit who scored the highest on the post-physical fitness assessment. This award is presented today by Captain Michael Glasser. And this award goes to Officer Vincent Lewis. The Scholastic Achievement Award is sponsored by the Mutual Benevolent Association. The Scholastic Achievement Award is awarded to the recruit who achieved the highest grade point average in the class. It is presented today by Captain Ernest Dimmer. And this award goes to Officer Lisa Moore. The Mackey Shieldstone Peak Performance Award was created to recognize a recruit who channels focus, intent, and purpose to achieve maximum improvement in physical fitness and a healthy lifestyle. It is being presented today by Mr. Mackey Shieldstone. And this award goes to Officer Jeffrey Griffin, Jr. The Louis J. Sergel Award is being sponsored by the New Orleans Police and Justice Foundation. The NOPD gives out the Louis J. Sergel Award to honor the memory of a fallen leader who made the ultimate sacrifice while protecting this city. This award is presented to the officer who demonstrates extraordinary courage, leadership, and commitment to the safety of others, the qualities that define Chief Sergel's life and service. It stands as a powerful reminder of the bravery required in this profession and legacy we strive to uphold. It is presented today by Matthew Stone of the New Orleans Police and Justice Foundation. This award goes to Officer Richard Catton III. The Constitutional Award. This award recognizes the recruits who best demonstrated a clear understanding of constitutional policing during reality-based training. This recipient excelled in documenting policy, articulating reasonable suspicion during field stops, establishing probable cause and arrest scenarios, and justifying the use of force when appropriate. The Constitutional Award is being presented by Ms. Chriselle McGowan from the Office of Independent Police Monitor. This award goes to Officer Jacob Barbay. Let's give all of our graduates a huge round of applause. I'm going to call Pastor Everett for some closing remarks and the benediction.
Thank you so very much, Reese. Thank you again for allowing us to host this amazing graduation class. To all of the graduates, we thank you also very much for being a part of the history of the city of New Orleans. But someone said one time that people would forget what you said, and people would forget what you did, but people would never forget how you made them feel. And some years ago, it's about 7, 8 years ago, I sat down in the office with our Mayor Latoya Cantrell, and we sat face to face, heart to heart, and we was talking about how collaboration beat competition, and how we could, in some metric, show a healthy connection between church and city. And so when they asked us to come and to host here, and we recognized it was going to be her last ceremony, we wanted to make sure that she left out of here with something tangible, showing her how much we appreciate her as a church, from a faith-based community, as well as from the NOPD department. So as I know they have gold eagles, I wanted to make sure she have a crystal eagle. Amen. Yeah. All right. On the behalf of Rock of Ages Baptist Church, and you can come on, Chief, and New Orleans Police Department, we want to say thank you so very much for your hard work and all that you do.
Thank y'all. Thank you, Chief.
Oh, okay. They want to take pictures of you for you.
This time, let's receive Pastor Ransom as he come and give us our benediction.
Let us all stand at this time. Dear God, we say thank you for everything that has transpired on today. God, we thank you for this ceremony. Father, we ask right now for your covering. We ask for your blessings and your guidance as we're ready to leave this place. Father, right now, be with us every step of the way. Guide our footsteps. Now may the grace of God and the sweet communion of the Holy Spirit rest, rule, and abide with us, now, henceforth, and forever. And everyone responds by saying, amen, amen, amen. God bless you. God keep you.
This concludes our graduation ceremony for Class 205. The last hour, our families and participants recruits one moment to step outside and meet their command.